Sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
Sure. You want me to say it? You start. Yeah.
Hey Gearheads, I'm Mrs. Gearaholic, and today we are going to get ready to go backpacking. Starting over. Hey Gearheads, it's me, Mrs. Gearaholic. Today we are packing up to get ready to backpack on the National... Wait, National, I think? Okay.
Ouachita? Ouachita, right?
Okay.
Is it Ouachita?
It's Washington.
Ouachita?
Ouachita.
Not Ouachita?
Washington. Hey Gearheads, it's me, Mrs. Gearaholic, and today Gearaholic and I are getting ready to go backpacking on the Ouachita National Recreation Trail.
And it's going to be fun. So we thought we'd go over a couple of things that we're going to be taking on the trip. We're going to go through our entire gear loadout, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So during the trip, I will be actually wearing the Teton Sport Explorer 4000, which I think is actually a great backpack, and I've used it on a couple of trips so far, and I'm really pleased with it. Miss Gearaholic, what are you going to be using?
I am going to be taking the Teton Scout 3400. I have actually never been backpacking before, so this will be my first experience and my first time using this backpack, so I'll let you guys know how it turns out.
It's going to be awesome. And yes, we are doing this because my wife has never been backpacking before, and I thought it was an experience that we should go and have together because I thought it would be really fun. And I know she's been looking forward to doing that sometime. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get into some of the stuff we're going to be carrying. We'll start off with Miss Gearaholic, and then we'll go to me. And then we'll cover the food, and then see where it goes from there.
All right.
All right. Okay, Miss Gearaholic, explain to me in as many words as possible what you're going to be carrying.
Okay, so I know I'm not going to be an ultralight backpacker. I can tell you that from the beginning.
It's okay.
We split up the tent, and Gearaholic will tell you a little bit more about which tent we're taking. And so he has all the tent poles, and then he'll be taking some extra weight with the food, and I have the bulk of the tent right here. So this will be going with me. I have a rain jacket just in case. It looks like it might be a little bit rainy while we're out there. I have my sleeping bag right in here in the stuff sack. It is a Eureka Star Valley 45 degree. I put the sleeping bag in a different stuff sack to compress it down a little bit farther. And then I'm going to be using the Eureka bag for some of the bigger stuff that can't be compressed. I'm also taking a change of clothes just in case because it's going to be about 4 days, 3 nights. We have some just kind of typical cleansing cloths to keep our bodies clean while we're out there. A book because that's what I like to do in my free time. I have the Mora.
It's okay, you don't have to show it off, you don't want to.
I have the Mora. This is one of Gearaholic's favorite knives, and I enjoy carrying it also. So I'm going to be carrying all the smaller things in this cup that I have. So I have my spork, always necessary. I have hand sanitizer. I have a lighter. Got some chapstick. And then a few things of toilet paper, which you also need. And then some bug spray wipes, which will be really helpful because we're going to be way out in the woods.
Zika.
I have a Princeton Tech headlamp, which is very pink, much more pink than I was expecting. I have some face wipes because although we are going backpacking, we are also going straight from there to a wedding, and so we need to make sure we're a little bit clean.
You don't have to show that if you don't want to.
That's okay, I'll show it. Then I have this nifty guy, which is the Go Girl. And all you girls know exactly what this is for. So,
what is it? Explain.
So this is to help since we are not as advantaged as the men when it comes to using the restroom outdoors. This little guy will help us out a little bit. Keep it a little more sanitary.
All right. All right, you want to talk about the food?
I'll talk about the food. So we were having a little bit of difficulty figuring out what exactly we wanted to take for food while we were out there. So what we decided the only cookware we were going to take is our jet boil. So the only thing we can cook is we can boil water. So what we're going to do is for breakfasts in the morning, we are going to just use some, granola bars and some cuties. For lunch, we already pre-packed, we only are going to be doing lunch for 2 days, and so we pre-packed peanut butter honey sandwiches, and we have a trash bag in here to pack out all the trash we're taking. We have, each of us has a bag of beef jerky for the little bit extra protein, some instant coffee. This is something we found
Christmas
in our,
blend.
in our box. It's
Been
my
around a
favorite.
while.
And then we have some Mountain House meals for dinner because, again, we can only boil water. And so this will help us make sure we're able to cook and have a really hearty meal at the end of the day. And then a few extra snacks. So we have some granola with some dried berries in there. We have raisins. Gearaholic does not like raisins, so these are all for me.
Ugh.
And then some goldfish, always a plus. And then some of these little cashew crunch packets. So that is what we're taking for food. So bears, we are definitely going to have a bear bag. We'll be able to put all the food and all of the trash up and away from the campsite.
So that way we don't get
Bears.
or mauled
Or mauled. That way we don't get mauled by bears.
or killed.
So this is the water, the amount of water I'm taking. So we're going to be crossing a few streams along the way, and Gearaholic has a water pump, water filter that he's going to be using to help us out. So I'm going to take a full 32-ounce Nalgene, and then my Life Straw bottle. So this one I won't have to pump any water into. I can just fill it up with water, and then the Life Straw filters everything out. And then, so this is all I'm going to carry with me at a time, and then we will just refill as we pass streams along the way.
Sounds good. All right, so I'm going to go over some of the gear that I'm going to be carrying. The primary thing that we're going to be using is a water pump. We're crossing a lot of stream crossings, which are supposed to be pretty nice. So hopefully the water pump will work. This is the MSR Sweetwater, which I've used multiple times. I really like this pump. I think it's amazing, and haven't done a review on it yet because I really want to push it to its limits, and I really haven't had a chance to really push it. Next couple of items I'm going to be taking are basic things. I got sunscreen. I'm going to also take fire. For fire, I have in here, I just got a couple of little things. It's a Bic lighter and some cotton balls, and then I have some homemade fire sticks that I will be using. I have a whistle because whistles are amazing and you always need to carry one. I got my cup, which obviously I'm going to be drinking out of. I have 80 feet worth of paracord, which always comes in use for hanging bear bags to fixing things, you never know. Soap, because soap and it's like a soap, shampoo, conditioner, both kind of mixture travel. For medical, I have this medical kit with this big wide thing on it, and that is because I want to be able to get it and know exactly what it is. So if I'm digging around a bag, chances are I'm going to grab this a lot easier, and it's in a waterproof container, and it's just filled with all kinds of little medical stuff, but I didn't want to go with a full-blown medical gear. And then I have some deep mosquito anti-Zika virus killing agent. I don't know. A miniature micro towel for toweling off. For the light category, I have a couple of different things. I have a headlamp by Princeton Tech. I forgot which one this is. Oh, this is the Remix by Princeton Tech. And yeah, it's a great headlamp. And I've also attached 3 AAA batteries onto it just in case, which is a Gearaholic mod that I like to do. I also have a camp light by Yuko. I forgot what this one is actually called, but it's nice because it goes from a tent lantern to a regular flashlight. So whether you're hiking or in your camp, it's a good thing to have, and I really like that. I'm also taking 2 glow sticks to hang on the outside of our tent just in case we want to make ourselves apparent to other campers, or if we just need to use, like, we don't want to waste batteries, we have these 2 things. For knives, I've decided to carry 2 different knives. I'm going to do, I have my hiker, my Swiss Army hiker, which is great, a Victorinox hiker. I love this knife, it's so great. I made a sheath for it that I didn't do a video on, but that's okay. And then I'll be carrying my Mora Companion in stainless steel. Ooh, yes. So very, very nice. And I've handmade all the sheaths, so this should be ready to rock and roll. For water, I do have another Nalgene that I'm going to be taking, but I also have this extra bladder bag that I'm going to fill up for those in between those really long spots where I have no idea how much water I'm going to need to have. I have a camera bag that I kind of handmade, and with like a little modification that kind of goes in, and I can use it, it's like a handle, but yeah, that's nothing special, and it just attaches onto my bag. For cooking, we have the jet boil, which I think is a really great thing to have. I think that it's going to be really good to carry on the trip as far as boiling water, because it boils water in 90 seconds or less, especially in the altitude that we're going to be, which is not very high. It should boil pretty quickly. So I'm really excited about having the jet boil. It makes things so much easier, and all the canisters and everything go right inside, and it's just a one system all in one. And then I obviously have my cookware. So for rain protection, I'm going to be taking a rain poncho, which I personally like because you can throw it over your gear yourself, and it covers just more area, and it's less to carry. So it's just one thing, and it also doubles as like a tarp if you really want to make like a tarp or anything. My sleeping pad, which is the Big Agnes Air Core. This thing is awesome. I love that thing. It's great. And I also have a blow-up pillow in there as well, which is fantastic. I got my sleeping bag, which is a Eureka Silver City. I love that thing. And then my half of the tent. So pretty quick, down and dirty. Okay, well, so I guess that's it, right?
That's it. We're
Okay.
ready to go.
And let's show it off, man. Look at that. We're ready to head out on our trip, and we'll see you guys in a little while, maybe a week, too. All right, you want to do the outro?
Yeah. All right, and as he always says, unplug and go outdoors. No.
Oh.
Don't do that.
We're Team Gearaholic, and we're signing out. That was so cheesy.
That was no. That's too much cheese. All right, we're Team Gearaholic.
And we're signing out. Later, guys.
Okay.
Cheese. Next time on Gearaholic.
So we have a flat tire in the middle of Arkansas.
I have no idea. It just says string.